Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays the Alchemist. We are back here in the hut from beyond where we met those three witches when we were trying to save the gatekeepers. And apparently the gatekeepers have taken over here. And it also appears that things are a bit strange outside. They tried to dismantle the wall here and that happened, which is definitely not the harbor of Eberron. Not that anything about this hut is in any way typical. Hello there, what's going on? Terrible news, Pine Flask. The Stormreach gatekeepers have been collecting pages of the Codex of Infinite Planes and guarding the ones that we found. We wanted to keep these evil artifacts secure, out of the wrong hands. But now those Codex pages have been stolen. Stolen? By whom? That's the mystery. I am confident that the thefts must be related to this hut and the hags who brought it here. While this may look like a hut on the outside, it is in fact a nexus that leads to many planes, including the Feywild. Those three hags were from the Feywild, and it was to the Feywild that they fled when we detected their evil presence. Doesn't sound like much of a mystery to me. Surely the hags stole the Codex pages and fled to the Feywild, right? It's not that simple. It never is. The Codex pages disappeared after the hags fled to the Feywild, not before. And we had been carefully scrying for those hags here in Stormreach in case they returned, but detected nothing. The chamber of the gatekeeper's hostel, where the codex pages were stored, was very well warded. To bypass those wards would take the codex pages would have required powerful magic beyond the ability of even the hags. So, what is your plan to get the codex pages back? I have a feeling I know one part of it. We need someone to enter the portal to the Feywild. It's just over there. Track down the hags and find out who they are working with. And then get the codex pages back any way that you can. Of course, it would take a truly exceptional person to accomplish such a task, which is why I was wondering. Yeah, I thought so. Very well, I'll track down the codex pages. I've never been to the Feywild, and those hags need to be taught a lesson, so let us head over to the Feywild. I'm not sure what I was expecting when I came here. Certainly not the tamest of lands. Well, we do have an owl here. At least it's not an owl bear. Hello there. The owl's eyes narrow as you approach, and her beak moves into something that somehow resembles a grin. You must be wondering, in all your wanton wondering, when you may learn the where and the why. The when is quite easy enough. The when is now. Likewise, the where is here, and the why is buried in your ear like a worm inside of an apple. Huh? What? The owl squawks disapproval. Perhaps I was wrong. Rather than tucked inside your ear, it would seem that you are the worm, and the Feywild the apple. I maintain that the why is still burrowed somewhere, but perhaps we can both find it? The prince will want to know if a worm has squirmed into his apple. Well then, Bug, will you follow? Uh, uh, okay. That's weird. This way. Follow me. Well, this is the land of fairy, I guess, so I presume that weird things are want to happen. Let's see. Grissom will want to see you. Alright. That's these guys up here. Was this someone to join in our revels? Playing a reel, apparently? Hello there? Ah, a newcomer, and not from these parts, I judge. Come join our revels. The day is fine, and so is the music. Lift a glass and dance. Right, dance. How's that? Uh, all right. Perhaps I don't know how to dance any reels. Do you have any other type of music you play? Jigs. Never mind then. Now, where were we? Oh yes, where am I exactly? Oh, you're in the Wyrn. The Wynwood. Yeah, not a place renowned in song or story, I'm afraid, but is pleasant enough. Lord Arden claims to rule it in the name of the Summer Court. His hall is just down the road. From your confused expression, I see that this all means nothing to you. Perhaps you hail from further afield? Let me be more general then. You've come to the Feywild, a shining jewel among the infinite dark sands of plains, though it's not what it used to be, in my opinion. Oh, and you? Oh, my name is, um, Hirsam, a wandering bard, a seasoned traveler, and a friend to all. Well, to most at least. I have other titles as well: the Prince of Satyrs, the Father of Song, and one of the Archfey. I've been part of the Feywild from the earliest, wildest days, before the Eladrine came, before the Summer Court, before Titania became a queen, before palaces and princes. I sang the first song, drank the first draught, and danced the first dance. But you need not stand on ceremony. Call me Hearsome, and join in my revels. Alright, and what's the special occasion for the revels? A special occasion? Indeed, it is a special occasion. The day is fine, there's plenty of wine, and you are here. So come, join in our revels. Alright. Well, what do you say about that? A reveler. Ah, the Windwood is glad to see here some, except some of the grumpier Eladrine. Okay, so the Eladrine can be a bit grumpy apparently. You have a musician here. Is oh, pipes. Okay, I was wondering what that was like, what he was playing at first, but yeah, it's obviously pipes. Wine, bread, and fire and song. What more is there? Interesting question. Suppose you don't have a traveling companion for me. What? You do? Hmm. Oh. Let me see. A musician, are you? Well, what did I expect? Wait a moment. Is this Candence?
You spot a bent figure in the distance. The hag gives a surprised laugh, then scuttles off.
Oh my. Well, we definitely know that this is where the hags live, or at least visit, and likely it's their home plane. Now then, let's see if I can find anything useful. It appears that we're not in Eberron anymore, but rather than a yellow brick road, we have found a blue flowered road. And we'll have to see if there is anything along here. Looks like I haven't run into anything that's too dangerous yet. Let's head up here. Oh, I would have thought you would have been faster than me. But I do see that there are quite a bridge. There's quite a bridge here. Some nice architecture then. But strangely devoid of enemies. Actually, maybe that's not too bad of a problem. Maybe for once there won't be any enemies around. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. We've got that hag around here somewhere, and most likely her sisters. So I'm sure we're going to run into something nasty somewhere. No, I don't think that squirrel is dangerous. Hold on. Beetles. Alright. The bugs are dangerous. What else is new? I suppose you don't know where I could find a horse to get through here faster. What? You do have something? You're kidding me. Well, what would I expect in the Feywild? Ah, what's that place? The home of Arden. Well then, let's check that out. Maybe Arden will have some sort of clue that we could use to find out where those hags are. Though I did see one briefly. We do need to find them all and maybe how to keep them from running away because we need to track them down also. Oh, let's go. Deal with those. And now, that's quite a residence there. Quite a residence. So of course, we'll have to see what's inside. Most likely, whatever it is going to be strange. Very strange.
This soaring structure is Winwood Hall, the home of Lord Arden and the local center of the summer court.
Well, let's see what the summer court is like. Ah, here we are at the summer court. Quite a place here. Now let's see if we could find this Lord Arden. Perhaps this man will know. Hello there. An adventurer from outside our realm? Oh, how splendid! I've always wanted to ask someone a question about the prime material plane. Tell me, what precisely is the function of an alarm clock? An alarm clock? How is this important? Yes. Oh, terribly sorry. I'm getting all huffed and puffed up about this. But I should get right down to it. My name is Gail Estival, a seneschal and advisor at Winwood Hall. I hear that you've come to the Feywild in search of pages from the Codex of Infinite Pains. I don't know what happened to the pages, but just before your arrival here, Lord Arden fell into a deep slumber, which is remarkable only in that the Eladrin don't sleep. Is it a coincidence? Perhaps, but I find it much more likely that rousing Lord Arden from his magical sleep will lead you towards the Codex pages. Alright, I'll help if it will lead me to the pages. Good. Simply splendid. First off, a small favor. With Lord Arden asleep, a few problems have sprung up and need attention. For one, a band of revelers refuses to leave one of Lord Arden's cottages, and the housekeeper has had quite a rough time trying to keep up with the mess. His name is Windsor Gruff. I'm certain he would appreciate you lending a hand in this ordeal. He must be a gruff person, right? Uh, Hello there, Windsor? All the bottles, the broken plates, and cups and chairs. I can't take all this mess. Say, You're experienced with sword or spell, aren't you? Well, I'm more experienced with flask and liquid. Well, good enough for me. Care to lend a hand? All right, how could I help? A group of Hearsom's revelers have been having a party in Lord Arden's cottage for months, and I can hardly keep up with the cleaning. They're far too loud, large, and belligerently drunk to listen to anything that I say. Lord Arden said that they could stay until the party was over, but with him spelled to sleep, no one can tell him to put an end to all this. Please, find some way to make them leave. I'm begging you. You right? I'll see what I can do to end the party then. Well, I have to go to a bunch of satyrs and tell them that the party is over. Wonderful. This is Cascading Springs Cottage. I don't know where you get the word cottage from for this because it's a bit large for a cottage. More like flowing fountain palace or something like that. Unfortunately, my bard friend refused to come along with me, so I found a halfling that was willing to help break up the party, more likely wanting to sample the food before we break up the party, but let's head inside. Now we just need to convince the satyrs to end their party.
The party here is in full swing, and Cascading Springs Cottage is clearly the worse for wear for it. A harried housemaid waits on the raucous satyrs.
And they really love their fountains in this place. I suppose if you're going to call your area the Cascading Springs Cottage, you'll need something there. Hello there. Here for the revels? You'll have to serve yourself, I'm afraid. Their satyrs are running me ragged and making such a mess, not to mention bringing in all those awful, awful creatures that leave footprints everywhere. Oh, if only poor Lord Arden were here. I know he'd put things right. As it is, those unruly satyrs are taking a terrible advantage of this deal. And what deal is that? Just before Lord Arden went to sleep, he told Hurson that his followers could use Cascading Springs Cottage until the revels have ended. Well, those satyrs have been reveling for weeks and weeks and show no signs of stopping. Ever. And they're making such a mess. And there are red caps in the cupboards, and we're all out of those cakes. And they keep me so busy I don't have time to go to the baker and... Hang on there. Maybe I can find a loophole in their deal?
The maid tells you why the satyrs refuse to leave. Lord Arden promised them that they could stay at Cascading Springs Cottage until their revels were over. And the satyrs have no intention of ending their party.
Of course not. Right? My head is pounding and I feel dizzy. Must be time for more wine! Well, let's see what we can find out around here. So I need to speak with 4 servants and find a loophole in the contract. Open. Oh, hello! Well, ouch! Well, this place has quite an entourage. A displacer beast. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's see if we can displace its life. Whew. Well, who let those guys in? Let's see what we have. We need to speak with 4 more servants. And we have...
It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it.
Hello there. Welcome to the library. Please, let me know if I can help. Unless you're here for the revels, in which case I must ask that you not to spill ale on the books. It makes the pages stick together. I wasn't expecting to find a library here. There seems to be more of a party house. Well, yes, I can't say that the books get much use. Indeed, Lord Arden won this library in a dice game from my former master, and an Arcanoloth. And since I owe the Arcanoloth a debt, Lord Arden got me along with the books. Lord Arden was not much of a reader, but at least he left in peace. The revelers are a different story. Fortunately, I've been able to persuade them to stay out. Persuade them. Alright. Well, maybe you can help me to end this party? I need to find a loophole in the promise Lord Arden gave to the satyrs.
The librarian tells you that you could end the party if you could somehow make it so that Cascading Springs Cottage was no longer Cascading Springs Cottage. Then Lord Arden's deal with the satyrs would no longer apply.
Yes, until Cascading Springs Cottage is no longer Cascading Springs Cottage. Okay. Well, this is silence, please.
The librarian fixes you with a steely gaze, then issues a stern warning not to mishandle the library's fixtures.
Alright, fine. Oh, here's some books. There's a row of books neatly arranged on the table here. Put the books in strict alphabetical order, the way the gods intended. Search through the books for one that the librarian might like, and mix the books at random. I have a feeling that the librarian won't be going around mixing them up at random. The books will appear to be in different aspects of the outer planes. Titles include The Winds of Pandemonium, Types of Slotty, and Carceri, the Prison Plane. After a long search, you finally find a volume that might be interest to the librarian. The Cryptic Guardians, Legends of the Sphinxes. Alright. Let's see what the librarian thinks about it. Hello. Oh. Oh. Or maybe not. Hello again. I found this book that might interest you. It's about sphinxes. Yes, I've read that work many times. Librarians do read the books in their libraries, you know, especially when they're stuck living among creatures who believe that fine writing consists of an especially saucy limerick. Okay, just trying to help. Now, if you would excuse me, I must put the book back into its proper place. All right, go ahead. Now, let's head along on our way. Interesting. Party continues in this room. A troll? Hello there. Thank the heavens, somebody finally showed up. Please, you have to help me. I desperately need to take a break, and I need someone to explain it to this lot. I don't see the problem. Just stop playing and take your break, right? And it's not that simple. Every time I so much as slow down, that big brute of a troll gets very angry indeed. Someone needs to talk to him while he keeps banging on that old drum. You can lend me a hand, or your voice? Alright, let's see. What are we go? Alright, which one of these do I need? Do I need to intimidate him? Do I need to perform? Do I need to haggle? I have a feeling I have none of those skills in any way whatsoever. let's see what I have here. Well, actually, haggle is the. See, haggle. Why do you don't waste? Ah, okay, that's it. Yes, that's it. Hey, you! Why are you adults wasting precious time on tunes when there's drinking to be done?
Your attempt to sway the partygoers fails. They rush to attack.
Okay, perhaps that wasn't the best idea. Well, let's see. Yeah, I needed something with fire in order to have much hope with this. Let's go. We've got to be quick here. You know, trolls. There we go. Whew. Ah! Oh. Well, so much for that lot. Where'd the musician go? I hope to take a break. Ah, okay. This is my cue to exit. All right, good. Took the cue to exit. Well, not the best set in the world, but I guess it'll do. Now, what else is going on? Interesting. Who left his key over here?
This large key is labeled Spring House. It seems someone was trying to hide it.
In the spring house. Well, I guess there'd be a spring house in a house that's called Cascading Springs. Alright, let's see. What have we got here? Anything else left that I missed? Oh, we're back in the library. Ooh. What's here?
Water gushes up from the ground in one corner of the room, forming a large pool. This must be the cascading spring the house is named after.
Well, it's nice to see that there is a spring around here. Or is it nice? After all, if there's no spring, then the house will be poorly named. The house would get rid of a spring. Now, what's through this door? A red cap. Oh. Hey, stop that! Right, alright, now I see why they're called red caps. Oh. I missed that there was a displacer piece and more red caps around. Any more of you around? Now, what's through this door? More red caps. I guess that should be no surprise. We deal with that. Hey. Anyone else? Whew. Some nice artwork here. Cabinet. And broken crockery. Oh well. Now, anyone in here? Something around here. Ooh. Sneaky. Double sneaky. Alright. Can I see these traps? Can I avoid the traps? Locked. Typical! What about this way? Let's see. Ah!
A satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard.
Hello there. Welcome to our revels.
There's food in the kitchen and drink, well, everywhere, including the floor, I see. Make yourself at home, and don't forget to pour one out for our dear host, to Lord Arden. May his slumbers be peaceful.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, but the party's over, so it's time for you to leave. Us? Leave? No, 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 no! A deal is a deal, and there's no getting around it. Lord Arden pledged us the use of Cascading Springs Cottage so long as our revels should last. And believe me, my friend, this party is far from over. Well, I'll be back. Sign saying, "Welcome, friend, to Cascading Springs Cottage." All right, let's take down the sign.
You attempt to take the sign, but are spotted by the attentive satyrs before you can pry it loose. What are you up to, then? Surely you aren't letting your light fingers make off with our host's fine furnishings?
Well, it was worth a shot. Well, I guess I'll have to distract him a little bit. We'll see what I can do about that. Oh well, so much for that idea. Ah, here's the gardener. Here now, I said I wouldn't do it again, and I won't. I can't waste any more time on the satyr's favorite party trick, and he's got to stow these magic seeds before one of the revelers finds them. Magic seeds? Oh, could you tell me more about what they do? Grow pumpkins into big coaches or something? Not hardly. These seeds are slakeweed. Grows like wildfire, it does. I had only just got the nasty stuff ripped out of the conservatory and all the seeds neatly stowed when these satyrs showed up and demanded I do party tricks for 'em. Now, all I can think about is them seeds getting strewn about. It'd take weeks to clear it out again. I can feel my back aching already. No worries. Those seeds would be safe with
The gardener
me.
says he left some magic seeds inside the conservatory. Seeds that instantly grow into giant, sprawling weeds.
How nice. Oh. I'll have to take care of them. Oh. Uh, really? You were useless. Alright, now where was I? Hello there. Oh. Yeah, before you ask, we're all out of pretzels. If you want pretzels, bake 'em yourself. I'm doing the best I can, what with a house full of guests and Lord Arden gone, poor thing. Oh, and we're all out of spring water as well. Not that anyone in this party drinks water. Lord Arden locked up the spring house before he left. Not that I blame him, poor thing, but he didn't tell me where he put the key. You mean the key that I used in order to open up the spring house earlier? Well, at least I found the key. Why did he lock it up? Oh, the spring house is where we keep what Lord calls the flash boom powder. For the fireworks, you know. And Lord Arden loves fireworks on the evening, but he didn't want the satyrs to get their hands on it. Can you imagine having to put up with the satyrs setting off fireworks nonstop, along with the drunken singing and the shocking lack of personal hygiene? Anyway, Lord Arden hid the key and didn't tell the soul where he put it. And now he's trapped in a magical slumber, and I'm all out of clean spring water. Very sensible, I guess.
The cook tells you that Lord Arden hid the key to the spring house. That way the satyrs wouldn't find his flash boom powder. She has no idea where the key is now.
Alright, so now what I am in need of is to find the... Ooh, what is it? Oh yes, I need those seeds. Because how do we take care of the water? and a distraction. I guess I could use a flash boom powder. I'm hoping that'll distract them a
The
little bit.
lush collection of potted plants suggests that this room is the conservatory.
Oh. Alright. Oh, good grief. Alright, let's see. Well, oh boy. Those pixies are tough. Now, where were we? Let's see. We need. Oh, yes! I wonder. They grow very fast. There's a bag of magic seeds next to the bag. Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil. Seeds grow instantly. Plants absorbs all of the water in the area. Perfect.
A note next to the sack of seeds reads, Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil.
A well-lit, damp piece of ground.
You drop a few of the magic seeds on the ground. Huge weeds burst from the earth, and the thirsty plants quickly drain the moisture from the surrounding soil.
The gardener's going to hate me for that. Oh, yes. Powder keg. This large barrel reads Flash Boom Powder in large arrows. In even larger letters below are the words Keep away from open flame.
This large barrel is marked Flash Boom Powder in large letters. In even larger letters below are the words Keep away from open flame.
Yes. A well-lit, damp piece of ground. Yes. Our spring. Alright, let's plant some seeds on the ground.
Towering weeds spring up the instant you cast the magic seeds on the ground. The twisting brambles suck up every drop of water nearby, leaving cascading springs dry as a bone.
Well, so much for that. So it's no longer have any cascading springs. Now we just need to swap out the signs, and that means a little bit of a distraction. Now I guess I just need to find some fire. Hello there. Feel the heat of the fire. Bask in its glow. I thought you might like this. Yes, yes, feed the flame, light the fuse.
The careless satyr swings his torch too close to the powder keg, which explodes in a shower of sparks. The partygoers turn to gawk at the spectacle. It's a simple task to remove the sign. The satyrs are still distracted by the recent fireworks. You deftly replace the cottage sign with the sign from the library.
There you go. Now, let's tell them that they're no longer at Cascading Springs because I see no water here. I see no sign saying it's called Cascading Springs. Welcome back, my friend. Have you decided to join the Revels after all? What? Oh, no, 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 no. Not at all. Not at all. The party can continue as so long as this is Cascading Springs Cottage. But is it? The spring is no longer flow. Oh, sure, but the place is still named Cascading Springs Cottage. Just look at the sign. Oh, what sign is that? By the terms of your agreement with Lord Arden, you must end your revels and leave this house. Ah, deal's a deal, it's true. We'll leave, but nothing in the deal says we can't rip you to shreds on our way out. Oh, we'll see about that.
Seething with anger, the master of the revels reluctantly agrees to leave. A deal's a deal, it's true. We'll leave, but nothing in the deal says we can't rip you to shreds on our way out. The revels have finally ended, and not in the way the satyrs expected.
Yeah, probably sooner than they expected, too. Warriors 2, Boots of Feather Falling. Well, that's better than regular Boots of Feather Falling, I guess. Well, I'll see about that. And my first piece of ferrocrystal. And that includes the Endless Revels. Will ending this party do any good? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Alchemist.